Hey YouTube, it's Kevin here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to actually talk about something really quick that I feel like, along with other people, I'm pretty sure can probably agree with me, that is pretty controversial. So today I felt like I wanted to talk about the controversial topic of cyclists and cars, why a lot of cyclists hate car drivers, and why I feel like a lot of car drivers hate cyclists, and the ongoing battle between cars versus bikes. So I feel like there's quite a few things as to why, or quite a few reasons as to why that happens, and with today's society and whatnot, and sharing the road and whatnot. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it's actually because of a incident that happened to me a couple days back. A cyclist ended up running into the back of the Tesla. I didn't record it, and otherwise I'd show it to you guys. But when I record, it made me want to talk about this video at a later date, which is today, because at that time I recorded it right after immediately, but I was not in the right mindset after getting yelled at by the cyclist. But it gave me a good reason to talk about this video specifically. So I feel like, honestly, my personal opinion, I feel like a lot of cyclists and cars do actually they get along, I feel like, pretty decently. Granted, there are a few bad apples between the two, and unfortunately I feel like that's why this whole rivalry between cars versus bicycles actually even exists to begin with. So and that's why I wanted to talk about it today. So a couple of reasons. Well, first of all, I'm going to say on the cyclist side, a lot of cyclists tend to, I feel like, break a lot of rules. Me by myself, guilty of it. As you can see in the videos, I'm generally I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty much the typical cyclist that you see around. Blowing red lights, splitting in between cars, riding on the opposite side of the road. And these are just things that mainly that I've done just growing up in general, because I didn't know any better. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people make those same mistakes, because they ride a bicycle as a kid. There's not really many classes for it other than your mom and your dad teaching you how to ride a bicycle, or your friend, or your uncle, or your cousin, whoever that that learned how to ride a bicycle teaches you how to do it at a very young age. And I feel like there's not much of a structure behind it. That's the one reason why a lot of these things happen, versus with a car, there's a lot more structure to it. You can't just go in and hop it. You can't just go in as a kid and hop in a car and drive it. Obviously, they require a lot more skill, a lot more strength, a lot more, physical strength, mental strength, and a sense of maturity. Bicycle doesn't really require that much. And I feel like with, over time, yes, you do mature, and a lot of riders do adapt to how they ride, and that's what, to ride better and more, efficiently and things like that. And that's the one thing that I myself am trying to go for. Granted, I live in a city that It's very hard to do that. There's a lot of cars and whatnot that go in and out, and just, you know, there's a lot more, I feel like, because it's so populated and congested and whatnot. It's a lot more difficult to exercise those things, even though you know, like, some things are not excusable, like red lights, for instance, right? Sometimes if I see that the traffic is clear, I'll be honest with you, I do go a lot of times because I see it's open, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll be the only one in the intersection. And it's the same thing even with pedestrians, you know? A lot of pedestrians don't wait at the red lights, generally because, you know, there's nobody there. You know, some people are trying to get somewhere faster. They'll cross the street, you know, jaywalk across the street. The same thing even with pedestrians. It's the same thing. So I feel like, and that's why, you know, we're supposed to always look out for, you know, as a car driver, you're supposed to look out for cyclists, and you're supposed to look out for pedestrians and motorcycles as well. Motorcycles is the same thing. You could, with this, you can, I guess with this video, you can definitely include motorcyclists with this as well. We'll add some motorcycle reasons why, like with the bikers, you know, and the motorcyclists, they have an advantage where, you know, they could go as fast as a car, right? And that's another thing too, is the cyclist generally a lot of times also impedes traffic because they can't really keep up. It's not the cyclist's fault, right? I mean, it is, as far as, you know, the type of road that they're on. If they're going, you know, I feel like if they're going 20 miles an hour on a 60 mile an hour road, sorry about that, this guy cut me off. That I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like with cyclists, you can't really go as fast sometimes. You know, a lot of people, they don't like to slow down. That's a car driver thing, right? With the cars, a lot of drivers get annoyed when they don't go to speed limit, or they have to go under the speed limit. You know, a lot of people like speed, and, you know, who doesn't? I do. I'm guilty of it, right? I feel like, hold on. Yeah, I feel like with cars and whatnot, they're generally bigger. Car drivers generally have to be the most careful out of everybody. I'm not saying that cyclists don't. Cyclists definitely do, for sure, because a lot of cyclists pull some risky things, and I'm definitely guilty of them. When I say a lot of cyclists, I'm also including myself, just as an FYI. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen where a car driver's got to look out for, and I feel like with cars being on the road, there's so many of them, it's just dangerous. Anything that's other than a car really is kind of, you know, I feel like a lot of drivers feel like it's impeding, right? And, or at least, I guess you could say kind of like an eyesore, but not really. It generally becomes a lot more dangerous. Like, you know, let's say with the horseback carriages on the road, those can be on the road too. They can take up a whole lane, but they're not going to be able to go as fast as a car. Bicycles are allowed to be on the roadway as well. Take the entire lane. They're not going to go as fast as a car. A motorcycle, yes, can take the entire lane and can keep up with a lot of traffic, and, you know, can actually go as fast as a car, right? But the problem with a motorcycle is you can't really see them, and a lot of bikers don't like that. Even with the cyclists, same thing. The cyclists have a worse disadvantage. Cyclists, they can't go as fast, nor do a lot of drivers see them. I've had numerous cases where people in cars, whether if it's a passenger or a driver, they'll open the door, right, and the cyclist will get doored, right? The cyclist will end up with a lot of bodily injury, where they'll permanently, like, break their arm or their finger or something, just because they're going on the bike lane, and, you know, guy opens the door and smacks them, right? Yeah, who's at fault? Obviously the car's at fault, but who's going to pay the damage ultimately? Cyclist, right? It's not going to be the guy in the car, because yeah, the guy in the car is going to have to pay for the medical bills, but that guy's only going to suffer financially and with insurance. Physically, not really. The guy on the bicycle is going to end up paying for it. And I feel like this is also the same thing with motorcycle riders too. It's the exact same cause. If they get hit, whether if they get doored or if they get hit by a car, yeah, the car driver is going to end up paying with the insurance and with out of their bank account. But the guy who's going to end up paying the most is the guy on the bike, right? That's why a lot of times you see where bikers and cyclists, they go after car drivers for not seeing them, and a lot of them snap. It honestly makes sense, right? The guy's not paying attention or doesn't see him, right? And biker or cyclist, they get mad, they snap and say, hey, how did you not see me, right? Makes total sense. That's just my opinion. And a lot of times car drivers, they're also on their phone too. So just because they're on their phone, they're not going to be able to see anything. I mean, yeah, they're not going to be paying attention as much, or they're drunk, or they're high, or something. You know what I mean? Something that's impeding them from being able to see, right? It becomes a problem. So all I'm saying is, obviously be careful when you're driving, right? And whether if you're on a bicycle or you're on the road, I feel like that's some of the reasons why a lot of people hate cyclists on the road. A lot of people hate car drivers on the road. And yeah, there's a thing with e-bikes too, and the e-bikes generally can keep up with traffic, but as you can see with the one that I built, yeah, technically they're not legal, of course. The ones that could do 60 miles an hour plus, but at least it keeps up with traffic, or on main roads where they're 25-30 miles an hour on an e-bike, definitely it's going to keep up with traffic. And a lot of people, I feel like, just get annoyed because they also get a lot of the same rights, but a lot of cyclists and bikers, they don't. I feel like with cars, they have the right claim. A lot of those guys break the law, and I feel like that's also because of structure and situational awareness. So there's a couple more reasons that I can think of. The video's already getting long. I just wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's a good thing to talk about and get the idea out there, and at least try and change, do my part to change the world, and help out with reducing accidents, sharing educational knowledge, things like that. And I hope you guys like this video, and hope you guys like it, rate it, subscribe, let me know down in the comments what you like, what you don't like, what you want me to talk about, what you think what you don't want me to talk about, what you think I handled. Even if you don't like it, you want to share your opinions, obviously, please let me know too, and then I'll definitely consider it for sure. And just be open, be mindful. I appreciate that. I'd love to see you guys help me grow the channel, and help develop a little community, right? So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna keep it at a weekly schedule. I do like the weekly schedule routine, so we'll go from there. As the channel grows, we'll probably end up making more videos and whatnot. So in the meantime, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.